West Ham defence probably reckoned that Steve Guppy's pass posed no danger, but Emil Heskey chased it all the way and got his reward. A second-minute goal and a second goal in successive games. But Leicester's record at Upton Park is wretched, and they might have known that their lead wouldn't last. Not even Pinocchio could claim that that pass was intended, but Frank Lampard wasn't complaining, and nor was Paulo Wanchope as he tucked in his first Premiership goal for West Ham. A more convincing effort from Lampard nearly led to a second goal, but the Hammers did grab the lead early in the second half. Marc-Vivien Foé and Paulo Wanchope swapped passes. When the move broke down, the other Paulo took control. Di Canio with his first goal of the season to put his team on course for their 13th successive home win over Leicester. Late on, Emil Heskey hit the side netting when well placed to trouble Shaka Hislop. And there was still time for Frank Sinclair to worry his own keeper, Tim Flowers. No mistake that time. All that ended up in the net was Sinclair himself.
We had a toughish start, Tottenham at home first game. Tough game with Leicester today. Went to Villa and played very well in midweek, so very pleased how we started.
Tottenham climbed to the top of the Premiership tree with their third straight win, but Sheffield Wednesday are rooted to the bottom with just 1 point from 4. Les Ferdinand's fantastic header, the first of 3 goals, all in the first half. Sheffield Wednesday had taken 4 points off Spurs last season, and they took a penalty when new Belgian striker Gilles de Bilder was upended. Luke Young, the offending defender, with a little ankle tap. Benito Carboni converting from the spot for his second of the season. Spurs were following up wins over Everton and Newcastle, and themselves had claims for a penalty. Ferdinand seemingly pulled down by Kevin Pressman. But Tottenham had the final say with a sparkling goal from new capture Øyvind Leonardsen. Pressman not happy his defenders weren't closer to the Norwegian. Andy Booth came on to meet Nicholas Alexandersson's cross, only for Tim Sherwood to head off the line. And Danny Wilson was left to reflect on poor defending.
From that point of view, that's been our strength, over the past 12 months or whatever. And we just didn't deal with the easy balls today. The run-of-the-mill balls, it causes problems. And given due respect to Les and Everson, they're very good in the air, but we can deal with that. And we didn't deal with it today.
Sunderland again took the field with Kevin Phillips as their only striker, and it was no surprise that Leeds did most of the early attacking. Michael Bridges had the ball in the net, but an offside decision kept the score goalless. On a rare breakout, Sunderland took the lead. Lucas Radaby clipped Kevin Phillips' heels as the England striker charged forward. Phillips himself scored from the penalty kick. That's 3 already for Phillips, Sunderland's only goal scorer so far this season. Just before half-time, Sunderland found themselves down to 10 men. Alex Ray had already received 1 yellow card, and while Ian Hart was busy fouling Nicky Summerby, Ray got involved in an off-the-ball incident. After the break, Leeds set about making their one-man advantage count. Darren Huckaby's effort was blocked, but it fell to Lee Bowyer, and he brought David O'Leary's team level. Leeds play some lovely football, and they'll score plenty of fine goals. Their winner on Saturday, though, won't win many prizes. Danny Mills was happy enough with it. It was his first for Leeds since his transfer from Charlton in the summer. By now, Leeds had the upper hand, and Ian Hart's shot beat Thomas Sorensen, but came back into play. 3 minutes from the end, Darren Holloway brought down Leeds substitute Alan Smith, and referee Paul Alcock awarded the second penalty of the game. The impressive Sorensen beat out Harry Kewell's spot kick to leave the score at Leeds 2, Sunderland 1.
I thought our player, Alex Ray, was a little bit unlucky, but the referee thought differently. And then the penalty where the last man's brought Kevin Phillips down, gives a pen. We score off it. And I've got a query about that, and that's why I'm ready to just go in. That's the referee.
Kevin Davies was back with Southampton, but Everton were back with a vengeance. Richard Gough towered above the Southampton defence to put Walter Smith's team in front, his first for the club. Now, it took Everton until November last year to register their first home win of the season, but the Saints were in a giving mood. Klaus Lundekvam, the Saint, turned sinner. Kevin Campbell couldn't have lobbed the stranded keeper Paul Jones any better. 60 seconds later, the game was effectively decided. Francis Jeffers undoubtedly has a great future ahead of him, but apparently very few defenders. A clinical finish from the teenager who's now got recent problems off his back. By now, it was becoming a riot, and Everton got their fourth after a real scrabble in the Southampton box, off Jones' leg, then palmed away. But Kevin Campbell was there to get his first since his move from Trabzonspor became permanent. Southampton's previous wins over Coventry and Newcastle keep them mid-table, and they did get a late consolation, Latvian striker Marian Pahars converting, but a day when the Saints were battered and bruised.
To be honest, there wasn't much in the first half of the game. We managed to get ourselves in front, but a good 15 minutes just after half-time, where I thought we played very well indeed, clinched the game for us.
So Southampton self-destructs. Walter Smith and Everton, the big winners this week. You know it's going to be a good day when defender Richard Goff comes up with the opening goal. Now to the business at hand, the big boys, the clash of the Titans. Whatever cliche you may want to throw in there, go ahead. It's defending champions Manchester United invading Highbury to take on Arsenal. Let's see how the clubs match up. Arsenal hasn't lost a league match at home since December of 1997. While Manchester United hasn't lost a league match away from home since November of 1998. Something has to give. The clubs have played 160 times throughout history, Arsenal winning 60, Man U 65, and there have been 35 draws. Arsene Wenger has gotten the better of Sir Alex in 10 meetings between the two, winning 5 times. Now, the two teams met a remarkable 5 times last season. Arsenal winning the first 2 by 3-0 scores. The next 2 matches were draws, and then, of course, came the famous FA Cup semi-final replay with Ryan Giggs' miracle goal giving Man U the 2-1 extra-time victory. So here we go again. Arsenal, Man United at Highbury. Tense and electric atmosphere for this one. Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Bobby Charlton on hand. Then the kickoff. Manchester United wearing the blue kits in this one. Davor Suker, Arsenal's recent signing, on the bench for the first time today. This would be rough and tough all the way through. Patrick Vieira fouls David Beckham, and that would set up the free kick for Man United. And Beckham will take it. He sends it in. He's looking for Andy Cole. He finds him, and Cole's header just hits the crossbar. So nothing there. Cole a little bit disappointed. He was oh so close. Then Man United on the attempt again. Andy Cole in great position, but Alex Manninger with the great save. Knocked it back out. Minute 41. Kanu passes to Dennis Bergkamp. Frederick Ljungberg. He's online. Ljungberg got the goal. Raymond Vanderhouw, the keeper, got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out. And Arsenal, on that kick, had a 1-0 lead. And that would end the first half. 1-0 as Ljungberg and his spiky hair came through. Now to second half action. David Beckham, the cross to Andy Cole, to Dwight York. We got a goal, but no. York called offside. So the score remained the same. Paul Scholes pass to Roy Keane. Touch to Andy Cole, again to Keane, and it's Roy. He says he'll make a decision on whether he'll leave Man United at the end of the season. Forget about that. He scores here in this big match. Keane makes it 1-1. As I said, this one would be rough and tough all the way through. Second half, it boiled over. Jaap Stam having a bit of a quarrel with Patrick Vieira. Now watch Stam. He puts his hands around Vieira's throat. What in the world? Referee Graham Pohl has his hands full trying to separate him. Beckham trying to get Stam away. Nobody sent off in this incident. Keane might have been sent off, but he wasn't, and he ended up getting the goal there in minute 88. Roy Keane. Nice work as he comes in and puts it in. Arsenal now trying to get the equalizer. Martin Keown kicked it out of Raymond Vanderhouw's hands. That's not going to work. Check it out. Vanderhouw just got his second hand on the ball right before Keown kicked it in. The rule is you can kick it if the keeper has one hand on it, but not